You are participating in the 6th Annual International Temple Mount Awareness Day broadcast, and we have some questions that we'd like to answer now about Kohanim, the priests that served in the Holy Temple. We have some beautiful questions that we received, Rabbi. For example, from Alan, he asks, when the temple stands and the service are underway, where will the serving Kohanim stay overnight?
That question is actually amplified on a very personal level by the next question.
By Nehama, who asks, she says, my husbands and sons are Kohanim, priests. Will there be a dormitory of sorts on the Temple Mount for them to sleep during Mishmarot, during their
shifts? Shifts of duty.
2 weeks. I believe 2 weeks for each shift. 1 week. 1 week? 1 week for each shift. Or do we need to maintain a residence in proximity? We have been dreaming of Aliyah for years. And finally...
So this is actually personal for them because they hope to be moving here soon.
Finally, we have a question from our friend Wes, who says, I understand that the future Mashiach will serve as king from the lineage of David, tribe of Judah, and Kohen Hagadol, high priest. Wouldn't that mean he is also descendant from Levi? Please reconcile this for me. Rabbi.
This is very exciting line of questioning because we're moving now to the very practical, because as everybody knows, the Kohanim are the lineal descendants of Aaron, brother of Moshe, and they are those that are actually responsible for the daily service in the Holy Temple. There's the many ordinary Kohanim, and there's the one high priest, Kohen Gadol, who's actually elected by that great body of wisdom called the Sanhedrin. And actually, this would be a good time to point out that the passing down of the mantle of the kuhuna, of the priesthood, is something that is determined by the father. In other words, like I said, it's lineal descent from the father. But what's really exciting is that this is something that's already like 25, 30 years old, this idea that this is something that can actually be proven scientifically and medically. There have been books written about this that are available through the Temple Institute. There is a particular chromosome which is actually shared by all men of Aaronic descent, and that is the common denominator amongst all Kohanim, which of course is a direct reflection of the verses in the Torah, one in Deuteronomy and one in Leviticus, that tell us, Hashem says, it's an eternal covenant between me and between Aaron and his children forever. So these men actually carry that stamp in their very flesh of the potential of returning to attend to the service in the Holy Temple. Yes, in the Beit HaMikdash, in the Holy Temple, there is a special chamber called the Chamber of the Hearth. And one
Beit HaMoked?
Exactly. And one of, this is described, for example, in Tractate Midot, and one of the aspects of this chamber in the Holy Temple is that part of it serves as the dormitory for the Kohanim. If you live somewhere in the land and you're involved in whatever livelihood or occupation and your turn comes around, it's basically like a military reserve duty, just like we have in Israel today. Then your shift comes to Jerusalem and stays in the Holy Temple for that week and attends to the service. And I see no reason why this would not be part of the future temple as well. So that's regarding where they will be staying. They actually do stay in the Holy Temple. This is a really interesting question that Wes asked. He asked if the future Mashiach is king of Israel, right? So that means that he's from Yehuda because he's of the lineage of David. But if he also serves as the Kohen Gadol, wouldn't that mean that he is also descended from Levi? So this actually is a misunderstanding, a total misconception, because actually Mashiach is not the Kohen Gadol at all. There are two different things. The promised messianic figure is a person from David, from David's lineage. And he has the mantle of kingship of Israel, but he is not a Kohen and does not serve in the Holy Temple at all. That position is reserved specifically and only for the descendants of Aaron. That was the decree of God, and that actually is not an aspect of the Messiah's role at all.
You are watching the 6th Annual International Temple Mount Awareness Day broadcast, dedicated to you, our viewers, our followers. It's your questions that we're answering today, and your participation and your support is vital and to us, and very, very much appreciated. And to continue to support us, you are welcome to go to our website, templeinstitute.org, donate page, and you can express your further participation and enthusiasm and support by supporting us.